Good morning, you guys. I'm going to take you along on my day. I've been so tired this last week. I am just still so tired. I'm not sleeping well at night. My hips have got me. This baby is riding really, really low. Her weight and everything's perfect. She's just riding low. I explained that on my last video. So I'm just really tired from the lack of sleep, which has kind of been ongoing for the last 23 years. But this morning I'm going to start out the morning with making a big batch of hot chocolate. I am opting to make our own hot chocolate to do lessen the ingredients and make it a little bit more pure. I did end up with the Hershey's hot cocoa powder. I wanted to get the organic, like raw, pure stuff from Costco. Costco didn't have any. Sam's Club didn't have any. So I was stuck with the Hershey's here in town. I can find it online, and I'll find it on Amazon or through Azure Standards, but for now this will do. Has less ingredients, and it's just healthier. It doesn't call for much. This is not my recipe. I'm using iambaker.net. If you just search that, the big hot cocoa batch, that is the recipe I'm using. I get this powdered milk from the bulk area section. I guess like the survival area. In my Walmart, my local Walmart, it's right across the aisle from like the peanut butter, the salad dressings, the coffee. It's all in that aisle. But that's the milk I'm using. If I could find a whole milk that is powdered milk, I would do that. But you need powdered milk in your hot cocoa mix. You also need salt. I ordered this raw, pure mineral salt from Amazon, and it's just you get more minerals in doing a healthier salt. You don't want to buy like that salt from the Walmart or anything like that. Unless it's pink Himalayan, that one's not bad. Anyhow, the salt is what's going to trigger the chocolate and give it that more of a popping chocolate flavor, so you don't want to leave the salt out. Anyhow, I'm going to get this mixed up. You can see my fancy funnel here. Me and Chris were talking about how we need to get our canning stuff all reordered and stocked back up, because when we left to go travel, we literally got rid of everything. So a paper funnel is going to do the job. It's done the job the last 2 times, and it'll do the job again. Get that all sealed up. I have extra left over in this bowl, which I'm going to use for the rest of the day. And you'll see here later on I put it in a different container because I still have left over. When you mix this batch, you're going to want to use 3 tablespoons to 1/4 of a cup of the mix in your hot chocolate. It's really good. So here I am making my morning coffee. You'll see I'm basically making hot chocolate with just a splash of coffee. Coffee's been triggering my heartburn and reflux throughout this pregnancy, and it's just to the point where I wake up with a lava stomach at night. So I'm just going to use about 1/4 of a cup of the hot chocolate mix in my hot water. I'm going to put a splash of coffee in there. You can see it's not that much. I'm not trying to get a headache, and I just need my coffee in the morning. So even if it's just a splash, it's a mind thing that it's there. A little bit of creamer, stir it up. It's really good. It's kind of just like a mocha. Here are the lovely little crafts that the boys made for me. They decorated the window in the kitchen. They got some of them hanging up in the cabinets right here. They made me a lot of bracelets. I was overloaded with bracelets and necklaces. Now I'm going to start breakfast. We've been trying to eat eggs every morning, which is really hard because they're really expensive, and some of us have a little bit of a weaker stomach when it comes to store-bought eggs, which is pretty weird. When we have eaten our fresh chicken eggs the last few years, like decade, we have not had issues with our stomach and our fresh eggs, but the store-bought eggs seem to be a little bit more stomach triggering, makes us a little bit more, I guess you could call it a poopy stomach. But I try to get our eggs in every day. I can't wait for chicken season. I know I call it laying season. I know once the chickens start laying more, there will be more fresh eggs to buy on the marketplace and at the markets in general. Here in Utah, our farmers market, it sucks. It's lame. but we make do with what we have to do now. Here's Olive eating her little Cheerios and eggs. I added some corn in it. I gave the kids some yogurt on the side. Olive's food basically ended up on the floor. I know better than to give her yogurt. I just feed that one to her. Now I'm going to start off in the laundry room. It's a laundry day every day. It's just, this room right here has gotten so crowded with stuff. I'm going to try and kind of get it a little bit organized. We kind of just walk by and stick things in there. I have all the cupboards right now pretty much filled. So I have the crock pots in here on this little desk area. I have overflow blankets and pillows and school supplies. I really need to get a little bit more organized on where I'm putting all the books and stuff that are coming in. You'll probably be wondering what time during the day do I do schooling for my kids. Right now I have them on a program where I don't have to be right there. I have to help Lemon. Speaking of helping Lemon, I normally don't start my kids until they're about 6 or 7, like hardcore into school. But Lemon is so smart, you guys. I have her started on this program. She's 5 years old, and she'll be turning 6 in July. But she's way ahead of her game. So I have her on the kindergarten program on this program called powerhomeschool.org. I have all the kids on it. I don't have Freya on it. I can't keep her interested in wanting to sit down for anything right now. She plays her little educational daily learning things. She has her apps on her own iPad that she plays. But for the rest of the kids, I use tickle my throat, homeschool.org, and the kids seem to really, really like it. They offer a sponsorship price where you have to log on to the website every Wednesday night at 7, which kind of bumps into the boys' Wednesday night for their young men's. That's kind of a bummer because the boys really like that, but you have to sign on at 7, which is the same exact time that young men starts on Wednesdays, for you to qualify for this sponsorship, which makes the price down to $25 a month per child. If we didn't do the sponsorship, it would be, I think it's $31.95 a month per child. So just saving that $6 a month is big when you have this many kids on the program. I do recommend you looking into it if you do want to try, but it frees up a lot of my time having the boys do that because they really don't need my help. Lemon is the one that needs my help the most because she's just now getting the hang of it, but I don't see me needing to help her very often with getting that program down on the computer side of it. So that's where the kids are right now. A lot of the time after school, they either follow me around, like you'll see the girls seeing what I'm doing, or they'll go off and they'll play with their little toys. They'll play house. They'll make houses throughout this little tiny house. They'll find corners to make into their own home. Right now I'm just kind of making sure there's nothing that Piper has hidden in her house, which is still the girls' bedroom closet. So I'm kind of just seeing what's in there, taking things out that doesn't need to be in there, just to keep it clean and not, gross inside of a closet, which she's doing really good. Just had a couple jackets in there. Then I fill up this little laundry basket here of their toys. They don't have many toys, and it doesn't take much cleaning to do. But look at this rug that you guys had sent us in the tent. The girls absolutely love it. I did opt to finally get the girls, I talked about it in one of my last videos on not wanting to do bunk beds and my fears on them falling. And I also don't like to have them up high off the ground on a bed frame because, well, they fall and that can hurt them too. And I'm paranoid. I don't want them to hurt their heads or anything like that. Falling off the bed in the middle of the night and screaming, and it's scaring them and it hurting them. And it just makes me sad when they're hurt and scared and sad. So I opted to just put the mattresses on the floor. But I did end up ordering, I'll insert a little clip right here, of the 2 bed frames that I got for Lemon and Freya. That's Arabella's in the middle. I'm going to have to take Piper out of the closet because I did order her a toddler bed frame. And I don't think it's going to fit in the closet. I'm going to try for her, but I don't know if it's going to fit. But I did get the girls their bed frames. They're super cute. I haven't received them yet. I think we get them on Monday. I'll be getting this video out over the weekend, and I think their beds come on Monday. I think Piper's comes on Saturday. And then all the kids have their beds. Took a minute to get everything ordered and brought in, and starting over with this many kids from having, you know, a little trailer you were traveling with to nothing takes a whole bunch of time and responsibilities. But we're getting there. All the kids have their stuff now. The boys are actually at the moment putting together their bunk beds on their own, which is pretty exciting. I mean, they're putting together their own beds. That's something important for me and Chris, is making sure that the boys know how to put things together. So okay, you're gonna have to excuse me. I have to keep pausing it and starting it over because, for one, it's hard for me to catch my breath right now, being this pregnant, and the air here is super dry, so I keep getting this tickle in my throat, which is driving me crazy and it's making it hard to talk. But now I'm back into the kitchen, where I spend about 90% of my day by choice, and I'm just wiping down the counters, cleaning up after breakfast. I'll be getting ready to do lunch here, which will lead me to cleaning up after lunch and doing the dishes. It's an ongoing task here, but it gives me something to do, not just sitting around. I can't find anything interesting on TV still to get me to just sit there and watch it, take a break and rest. I just get really bored, and then I sit there and then I'll surf the internet, which sometimes when you get into social media, you can get pulled into the negative, and I'm really trying hard to stay out of the negative and to not feed into any of that, because I want to stay positive. And yeah, so I just try and stay busy, and what I'm doing now is kind of just trying not to fall asleep and staying busy while my kids are off doing their own thing. My kids don't need to constantly be in my butt. They have other things they want to do. Like, you'll see she hangs around a lot. Arabella hangs around a lot. They like to help, but then they get bored and they walk away. Alright, so I got girls outside my door if it's really loud, but this is just showing I need to get that refilled. You guys, you need to check your vitamin D. Ask your doctor for that test, because a lot of people are low on that. Here we go. 2 beef livers, a magnesium, and my thyroid pill is what I start the day off in the morning. And look at me, I'm wiping the counters yet again. But no, seriously, I didn't realize how horrible your body could feel when it's low on vitamin D2. It makes your muscles hurt, it gives you no energy, it affects your mood, it affects your metabolism. Get your doctor to check your vitamin D2, not D3, which you can buy over the counter, but your D2 levels. It's pretty important. And I think I watched a episode on Dr. Hyman saying that almost like these numbers aren't exact, I'm not really sure, but he said basically 80% of Americans are low on vitamin D2. So yeah, get that checked. If you hear the noise in the background, the girls are playing right outside my door. The boys are putting together the bunk beds, and they are fighting over the boxes to build a fort. So having the little girls, they scream a lot. That one's Olive. Olive is a screamer. Arabella's a screamer. They're 1 and 2, and they show it, which is fine, but they're loud in there. So yeah, anyways, get that checked. And something I listen to a lot when I'm cleaning and stuff is, oh, this is me showing you, if you use sponges and not cloths on your dishes, at least microwave them for a minute to sanitize them once a day. That's me showing you. The boys helped clean off the microwave and left streaks all over it. Okay, anyways, I forgot what I was talking about, but string cheese check. So let's pass out some string cheese real quick. Oli! I got it for her. Oli, 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 hello. Okay, there was a little peek on what's going on outside the door, and this is a tiny house. I have nowhere else to hide. If I go to the bathroom, it's just a door down, and it's going to be just as loud. So, I'm going to do brats for dinner tonight, so I'm just checking the dates on all of them. Everything's fine. Chris is out there. They're just fighting over a box, y'all. I'm just telling you, they're right there. Anyhow, I'm checking the dates on all of them. We're going to have brats tonight for our size family. I'm making 15 brats, and they're raw, so I'm just going to throw them here in the crock pot. Daddy, to save the day, try to anyways. He's attempting to try to get the girls to stop fighting over the boxes for me so I can do the voiceover for you guys. So anyways, we're doing the brats inside of the crock pot here. I haven't done crock pot meals in so long. It's been nice to just throw food in there and walk away and have it done. One thing I don't like about crock pot meals is it makes your house smell like food the entire day, which I'm hoping isn't driving our lower apartment neighbors crazy. This is a house, I've talked about this in the last video, but we do have a split house where there's a family with young children that live below us. So sometimes I'll smell what she's cooking. She cooks a lot of popcorn, pancakes, and bacon. Popcorn, pancakes, and bacon. I think it's pancakes. I know it's bacon and popcorn. But anyways, I know she can smell what we're doing up here if I can smell what she's doing. So I'm hoping it doesn't bother her too much, because sometimes it bothers me smelling food all day. I'm like, God, not hers, my own food that I cook all day long in this crock pot the last few days. Drives me crazy. Anyways, that's the downfall on crock pots, is it smelling up your house like food all day long. Anyways, these ones didn't smell too good. The brats and the sauerkraut kind of stunk more than the typical crock pot meal. But it turned out really good. We had leftovers, which I had one today. And yeah, the joys of the crock pot meal and being there to save the day. But I don't like to cook these brats in anything really but a crock pot. I cook those suckers until they like literally fall apart, because I'm so afraid I'm going to cook them and they're not going to be cooked all the way. So I just use a crock pot, and I haven't cooked these since having a crock pot. So it's been a while since we've had these, because I like to cook them until they fall apart, which, you know, it is what it is when it comes to that. Okay, done with the raw meat. Don't like dealing with raw meat. Back to wiping down yet again. I have been using these Clorox wipes so much. I normally don't buy these because I see them as a waste of money. But I'm in the season where I'm just using them all the time, all day long, and I'm not going to complain. I like it. They smell good, and it makes my life just a little bit more easier. So I'm going to use the chemicals, and I'm going to wipe down my counters with them. This is a sauerkraut that I use. I try and get the fresh stuff. I can make this. I hope to be able to make this eventually when we are settled. But until then, Costco sells a great brand, this brand right here. And it's got the probiotics in there. I try to eat just a tablespoon of it a day to get that bacteria probiotics into my guts. It's really good for your digestion. So I'm going to take a bite of it first. And yeah, nobody eats at our house. So I'm going to just dig right in with the fork that I'm going to use to scoop out more sauerkraut to put in a bowl to dump on top of these brats. The fork's never going to touch the brats. That's why I'm going to scoop it out. Got to give Arabella a bite too. She loves this stuff. So I'm going to use the fork that we ate off of, and I'm going to scoop some into this bowl, and I'm going to dump the stuff in the bowl on the brats. And yeah, that's something that I watch other people do when they're cooking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're totally cross-contamination. How are you not sick? Because I do one little thing wrong. I look at 2 cups of coffee, and I'm sick. So yeah, Daddy's in the living room. Just a reminder, you guys, I got a baby daddy in the living room with the kids fighting. Little girls, it happens. So, I don't know what other vloggers do with their kids when they're doing voiceovers. At the end of the night, I'm so tired. I'm done. There's no trying to even talk. I'm barely able to even hold myself up. So it's like now or never for me, for my time in my life. I don't do babysitters. I don't do pushing my kids off while I do this. This is all or nothing. I do it with my kids, or I don't do it at all. So there's kids in the background. Anyways, Yeah, no cross-contamination over here except for me and Arabella's mouse on that fork and that sauerkraut, which is fine. Or don't care to not share germs or whatever. Here we go. That's the final product. That's what it's going to look like. Going to cook that for about 6 to 7 hours on high. This is an omega-3 liquid I like to use. You can get the gummies. When you use gummies, you don't get as many of the benefits. So it's basically sugar. So I'm sure there's sugar in this one. But being that it's pure, it's highly rated, this is what I opt to use. The kids don't mind it. My hands, after giving this out to all the kids, me, Gage, and Chris, of course, we just swallow the gel cap fish oil that we get from Costco, the Alaskan wild caught fish oil, omega-3s or whatever. But for the rest of the kids, I think Fisher's probably old enough. He's 12 to swallow a pill too. I'll probably start giving him a pill too, but right now I'm just passing this out to the kids, and it will make my hands smell like I went fishing. I personally don't smell the orange in this. It's supposed to be orange flavored. All my kids are taking it with no problem. Olive is not a fan of it at all. So she's the only one that's like, I have to like give her that first taste and hope she takes the whole thing and doesn't spit it out. But she'll get there. The other kids swallow it. They don't mind it. Time to fill up the diffusers. And helps to help the smell of the brats cooking. These oils came with one of my diffusers. No, it's not a good brand. No, it's not pure. But this mama does not have the money right now to go buy the good brands and oil. So it is what it is. I'm just going to use what came with the oil kits until I get to that point of not needing to buy the necessities and new bedding. New bedding times 10, you know. I already did the new beds times 10. So now it's the new bedding times 10. So these cheap oils are going to do. They actually smell really good. The only thing I've noticed difference with them is the smell goes out faster and it's probably not as clean, but you know, it could be worse. It smells really good. That orange and vanilla one I use, I call it the creamsicle mix because, you know, the orange and vanilla is like a creamsicle. It smells really good. The kids like it. There's also a cheap little rose blend, which is so expensive when you go to order it on like doTERRA Young Living. And this one was like, you know, came in the $25 kit. I'll take it, whatever. Ollie? Okay, so lunch is going. I'm doing an easy macaroni and cheese. Kraft took out the dyes and they use like turmeric in there now, like the Annie's or the store-bought ones, or one of them did, but they have the natural coloring in there, which is really cool. So Kraft it is again. And then I'm gonna get on cleaning. Yes, look at, I'm using chemicals and not vinegar. I'm in the chemical season right now, the viruses, and I just, you know, it's my time to use Mr. Clean. So I'm going to clean off the table. It takes quite a bit of cleaning. This table needs to be like scraped off and repainted, which we'll do over the spring. I absolutely love this table that we got from the marketplace. I scored this sucker for $30, which I like it. I love the bottom of it. It just fits in with everything else in this house. It's going for that whole cottagey vintage look, and I'm not anyone to be a decorator or whatever, but I think I'm kind of nailing it. So what I'm listening to is Dr. Hyman on this day. I think I literally listened to him all day long on trying to become more motivated and getting ourselves back into better health. And sometimes that's needed, especially when you go through a season like I've gone through. It's just sometimes it's a season to just eat. And as long as your kids are fed and happy, that's all that matters. And that was our time to just be what it was. Anyhow, smoothie time. This is what I like to put in our smoothies. I like to put the beef liver capsules in the kids', the flaxseed, the yogurts. I try to go for the whole yogurts, but we had low fat, giving Oli a That's It bar. She loves these bars. Huge hit. They're expensive. I hope one day I can make my own. Not that time right now, but maybe one day. I'm going to clean this. We have we have Daddy Gage talking crap in the background, so let's just ignore them. But I got a little Amazon haul to share with you guys. I got the girls' workbooks in. It's the Highlights brand. It's for preschool ages from 3 to 5. I do these often with Freya, but now I'm adding Lemon and Piper in the mix as well. Yeah, Dad just got home from work. This is a 4-pack. It comes with color, shapes, and patterns, tracing and pen control, numbers and letters. It is linked down below in my little Amazon thingy. And then Amber Flint, thank you so much for ordering this off of the baby registry. I didn't know I had this on there. Either you added that on there, and if you did, that's super kind, and that's like gonna make Freya so happy. Freya loves to play doctor, like doctor everything. Freya doctor, it's Dr. Freya. She's a doctor. She sees a lot of doctors. She has, Down syndrome if you do the channel. So has seen a cardiologist, she's seen an ENT, she has seen them all. So she loves doctors. The doctors here in this area is one of the reasons why I didn't want to move the state, and I still don't. And the healthcare is great. The healthcare here, Freya loves it. So she loves the doctors. It's Freya May Doctor, not Freya Dr. Freya. It's Freya Dr. Freya May. So I'm gonna get this put together, and she could put her little cape, her little jacket on, and she could be her doctor. I did have this on the baby registry, the nursery rhymes. My little girls like to be read to singly. Okay, you guys, if you have more than one kid, let me know. Do your kids like to be read together, or do they not like to be read together? Mine like to be read not together. They kind of fight over the lap. So I thought this would be really good for them, the nursery rhymes, and for the little baby coming. And then check out these. This is from Amber Flint, and Amber Flint. Thank you so much. But I had these in Cordelia's little registry too, things that I had planned on ordering for her. This is a gender neutral set. This looks pink, but it's gray. It's just the light from the sun coming in. But look how cute. Cordelia's coming in the spring. She'll be a May baby, so I thought this was so cute, this little set. Little vegetable set. Super, super cute. So thank you so much. Totally made my day. I'm extremely happy. I'm just extremely exhausted from doing all the cleaning today. Thank you so much. Oh, I do have one more package to share with you guys. Another package from Clara Ann. Clara Ann sent a whole bunch of stuff last week for baby Cordelia, and we got this week for Cordelia. This is the actual Sleep Mummy sack. So I'm hoping that this will, I've never used one of these with like the things like this, the arms and stuff, so I'm really, and you could even take the hands out eventually and roll them up. But oh wait, maybe, no, this is the small one, so that would be this one. But yeah, I've never used this before, and I'm hoping, I see so many new moms in this, this bundle of new moms on YouTube use these. I've never used them.
What's this?
It's a whole bunch of school stuff. So thank you so much for ordering this. Cordelia's gonna love it.
It's a good here. Also, want to match.
Freya.
Yeah.
Dr. Freya.
Oh, somebody just one of the black team just died.
Sitting on a chair on my butt doing some deep frying, listening to Dr. Hyman. Deep frying, I know. That's a perfect match, right? Probably not. Anyways, you can tell who my favorite podcaster is right now, right? I love listening to the guy. He's so smart. It was Dr. Green something, and he was more of plant-based, but this one's not a plant-based one I'm listening to, the podcast. Anyways, I don't think the little girls are gonna eat the brats, so dino nuggets. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch you on the next video. You guys have a good weekend and stay safe. It's snowy here, so if it's snowy where you're at, drive safe and be aware of others on the road. Have a good weekend, you guys.